Welcome to Viben Gold, a collection of guided meditations put into podcast form for your easy listening. My name is Vivian Gerard, and I will be walking with you through the intoxicating now moments of life here on this planet. These audios are intended to be used as a full meditation if you want to close your eyes, settle down into a comfy spot, and let your subconscious come all the way forward. Or it can simply be some background conversation where the nuggets of information that you most need will make their way into your awareness. Whichever way it works for you, I invite you to open up and enjoy fully this journey of life that we are all taking together. So much love to you. Good morning, and welcome to Viben, formerly known as xoxo. It's funny, it's still fun to say it out loud, like, yes, we are gathering to match the pulse of the universe and slow down the pace of our lives. So let's begin with breath. Go ahead and just notice your breathing as you arrive here on the call. I noticed for me, I took my puppy for a quick walk outside so that he'd be ready to rest while I'm on the call, and there's like a exhilaration in the air when you're outside today because it's crisp. You know, it's that winter brisk air that makes you draw in your breath and then fill your lungs, and it wakes everything up inside. So notice your breath in this moment. If it's slow and easy, just getting out of bed, or if you've already done 10 things this morning and now this is your pause. Notice your breathing and then consciously slow it down to what feels like a really natural rhythm for you. So actually you may be right there already, or you may just need a minute. So tune into your in-breath and your out-breath. Let it just fall naturally as it wants to. And as you do that, you may need to loosen your shoulder muscles or relax your body a little bit more wherever you're sitting or lying down. So just notice how it feels as you're slowing everything down or leaning deeper into your breath. Yeah, and what I want to name for all of us for today, you know, when I did my meditation this morning, there was so much energy moving out, and so your body may move energy differently today than it has before, or maybe you've forgotten that this is how your body moves energy when there's a lot to move. So you might find you're yawning a lot today. You might burp, you might cough. I noticed I was coughing quite a bit. There's a lot of activation in the throat chakra, and I think we're going to spend some time there today. So you may find that you need to cough or burp or stretch your mouth muscles, wiggle your shoulders. You might find yourself getting a little sleepier. That's okay. Like, I'll tune into it at a group level, and I'll wake you up if we need it. Or maybe what you need is the tuning out and just the cocoon to fall into today. So lose the judgment, the expectation. You've claimed an hour for yourself for whatever your body needs the most. And you have the recording to come back to later, so there's nothing that has to get done today. What you'll find, though, is as the energy moves, it might just surprise you. You might cry today. You know, crying is just energy moving in a physical form through your eyes, through what you've been seeing, through what your intuitive eye is seeing ahead of you. So there may be tears. Let the energy just move as it needs to. You may find yourself fidgeting more. I notice that when there's a lot of energy moving for me, it's almost like my body twitches sometimes, you know, like I can't sit still because there's so much energy moving through. So just honor, you know, whatever your body feels it needs in this next hour, just let it move, let it burp, let it do whatever, and don't evaluate it or judge, you know, that's how it's moving energy for you. There was a lot in the collective field this week. That is such an understatement. there was a major volcano that erupted in the collective field over this past week. No matter if you followed the elections or have an opinion or not, like the collective energy exploded. And it was necessary. It was a good, anytime energy moves with such momentum, there is something very important shifting on our planet. So we just trust. We trust in the process of energy and how it moves through us, and we give space today for whatever our body needs to do as it matches or sifts through or releases the collective energy. Yeah, so it's okay, right? We have this physical body and we chose it, and it may be doing crazy things that we're evaluating and judging this week. We just sit here today and we just honor the body, honor the soul that is guiding the body, honor the collective souls that are all here co-creating something on this earth together. And then we just see where we want to take it from here. All right, let's do some inhales and exhales together. What I would love for you to visualize is as you exhale out, imagine it's like an elevator. You're coming down into your body. The exhale breath is going to pull in your energy from all the places it's scattered to over the last few days or the last couple of weeks or maybe over the last year or two. We're going to pull energy, your energy, down and into your physical body. So when we do the exhale, just visualize it's like an inviting in of all of the parts of you to come into your physical chest and down towards your hips and your root chakra. Okay? So let's inhale together. And long, slow exhale. Go ahead and do it again. And one more. Good, and then just let your body find its natural breathing from here. Yeah, and it may feel a little shaky or wobbly as your energy comes into your body, especially after a shock or a feeling of trauma that the collective energy felt. You know, you might have that, is it safe to be here? Because what I see around me is a lot of emotion I don't like or I'm not comfortable with or that feels aggressive or like it wants to be in my space. So is it safe for me to be here in this physical form when there's so much moving around me? My answer to that from a soul level is there is no safer place for you than being fully present. There is no safer place for you than being fully present in your body. Because when you are fully present and you have physical and spiritual and mind all in one place flowing together, you're consciously creating. You're consciously choosing. Nothing happens to you by default. All of the ideas of victim move out. There is no victim when you consciously create your experience. And the most empowered way to consciously create is to be fully here, in this moment. Not looking at the past and evaluating, not trying to predict the future and manipulate the outcome, but being right here in this moment. And when you make a choice in this moment that comes from this filled up place, this self-love place of me here now, you can't make a wrong choice. You make a choice and it has, outcomes that flow from it or energy past that, you can see once you've made that choice. But then you make another choice. And you make another choice. And you just keep creating one step at a time, and there's no right and there's no wrong. It's just one step to another. So being here in your body is the safest place for you to be. Yeah, so we're going to spend a little bit of time today on pulling our energy in and unraveling from the collective fears or the places we've tried to grab or hold on to something else to make sense of what's going on in our world. And we're just going to gradually come all the way into our own center. So we'll start by feeling a magnet right in the center of you. If it feels comfortable, you could put your hand on your heart or your hand on your third chakra, your I am belly button center, right? Yeah, and then just imagine you can sense right now in this moment, if my magnet had a little measuring tool and it went from 0 to 100% filled up with me present here, what number would evaluate or show me where I am in this moment? Not to judge it, but just so you can feel how present am I. And so you'll sense or know or see the number in your mind. You know, don't judge it. If it's 1% or 31% or 81%, it's all good. There's no right or wrong. But notice how present you currently are. And then we're going to use that as a baseline or a way for you to feel the difference between how I am now and how I feel when I'm more present. So you just imagine as the magnet gets turned on, you choose to turn it on and start pulling towards you all of the parts and pieces that make up you. So maybe some of you went right out into the universe, you know. Maybe, you know, the jolt to the collective field was so strong that you're like, oh yeah, we've done this before in other lifetimes. We're out of here. We're going to go hang with Source. We're going to go sit with the angels or the stars, right? It's a totally natural response. So you may be calling back parts of you literally from outside of this planet. So just notice that and feel this pulse that is inside of you, your magnetic vibration. It has a signature that only your soul would know, nobody else. And by allowing yourself space and this cocoon to pull your energy back in, you'll feel it as it comes in. It'll feel tight, or it'll feel heavy, or for me, sometimes it's like it's harder to breathe because energy is now surrounding my organs, my lungs, my heart. You know, it feels a little tighter inside my chest. So as you notice your energy coming in, it's your body and your energy, so just direct it down your legs all the way to your feet and have your feet closed at the bottom, right? Keep the soles of your feet closed for right now. We're just calling our energy back in. We're filling up with us, with ourselves first. And then settle your body. Take some breaths. Let yourself know it's safe. All is well right now. And then turn up the magnet some more. So maybe this calling back of your energy is pulling away energy. Let me see how to say this. When we love the relationships we're in, sometimes we want so badly for those relationships to be good that we give up some of our own opinions or power just to keep the peace or just to keep things calm, or we shut our mouth, or, you know, we bite back the words we really would want to say. When we do that, sometimes we send our energy into that relationship to make sure it stays good. So in this moment, if you could unravel your energy from the relationships you're in, not to separate from them or to end the relationships, not at all, but just for you to feel fully here in your own body, not attached to all the people around you. When we're done with the call, you can go right back out and attach again. But for now, we're playing with, can I feel all of me here in this physical so that I can consciously create what my next steps are or my next feelings are, or just so I can feel me. So imagine you can just gently unravel all of the places where you've been hanging out with other people, trying to make sure it stays good and calm and happy. And pull your energy back into you. You might see images of the people that you're attached to. That's okay. Send them a big kiss and a love, and know that they are totally fine in this moment also. They're also connected to their own source. They don't need you doing it for them. So call your energy back into you. If you're a moon filter or an Orion filter, you'll feel this especially because we are so in other people's places and spaces and making sure the community is good and everyone knows we love them. The same for the ring, the R. You want people to be happy in this relationship with you, and so we really try to make sure the other person is satisfied, sometimes at our expense. And so what we're doing in this moment is calling our energy back into us so that we're happy first, so that we're calm and peaceful first. And then we can radiate that out to other people instead of going into their spaces and making them feel something, right? We feel it, and then they can match our vibration. So one more scan out. Feel any relationships that you've tried to keep the peace in this week. And just pull your energy back into you, slowly and gently. And as it comes into your body, your chest cavity, if it feels tight again, send it down your legs. Send it out your arms. Wake up your fingers. Fingers are about managing the details of life. We need our fingers wide awake and energized. So send energy all the way down to your fingers. And as you do that, what you'll notice is you're controlling, you're managing the flow of energy in your own body. So where it felt tight in your chest, now notice how there's some breathing room, but your fingers are tingling perhaps, or your shoulders feel more relaxed because you've sent energy out into your arms. Notice how you are here feeling how your body is holding and moving with your soul, with you. It's amazing, right? It's just such an amazing process. Okay, so take a breath. Let your body settle. Give it a moment to go, oh, well, that was a lot, right? Let's just sit here and feel it for a second. Feel your feet. The soles of your feet have energy closed at the bottom, so you're not leaking it into the earth. You're just holding your energy in you. All right, and then let's pull energy out of the collective field that's happening around us. So that may look like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or the news or emails or groups that you're in, right? There's this collective energy field that has been saying the world is falling apart. Everything is going to hell. What is happening here, right? Like, what are we doing next? Whatever side you might be on of voting, it doesn't make a difference. Both sides are fiercely up in arms in so many ways and, really digging their heels in to defend and to attack and to judge. And while that is good that we're bringing all of this up to be looked at, on an individual level, it can feel very overwhelming. Perhaps a little scary, perhaps a little rocky. Perhaps it brings up all those matching emotions in you and you're feeling more emotional and judgmental and angry and sad. And right, we're going to sort through some of that. But until you pull your energy in from the collective field, it's hard to know what's yours and what's everyone else's. So in this moment, I'm just going to name it. This one might feel confusing or bumpy as you do it because it's a really intense collective field right now. So hold your body really steady. Plant your feet firmly on the floor. And then really bring all of your focus to the inside of your body and picture the magnet. For me, it's usually like tall and oblong, so it matches the shape of my physical torso, right? It's tall and, well, not super tall for me, but it's, several feet and then about a foot wide. So visualize what the magnet would look like inside of you. And then activate your specific soul signature, energetic signature. So the only energy that will come back into your space right now is yours. And then turn up the volume of the magnet. Go all the way to 80% or 90% or 95%. And then just sit really slow and steady. Just hold your pose. It's like in yoga, right? Kundalini yoga will sit there and she'll say, I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes. Hold the pose for 3 minutes. So just feel as you're calling back your energy into you, slow and steady, and just allow it to come in, and then send it down your legs, send it out your arms, let it fill up your chest cavity. This is where you really might be yawning or twitching a little, or your eyes might be wandering. It's all good, it's just energy. Feel yourself filling all the way up from the root chakra through every chakra up to your crown. Your energy coming back into your body only, nobody else's. Good. And then there will be a moment where everything just sort of settles or relaxes and you feel full. You feel calm. There's just a settling that happens inside your space, right? It's like, oh, this is just me, and I know this. I know this feeling. This is my soul in my body, and I know this feeling. And it's good, right? If I were to evaluate it, I would say this feels good. It feels calm. It might be vibrating, right? It might be pulsing because you're a lot. You're a lot of energy when you're all in your body. It's a lot, especially when your feet are closed at the bottom and you're not leaking it into the earth. Like, you might feel pretty freaking powerful right now. So just let yourself feel it. I notice for me when all of my energy comes in like this, I am so full of joy, right? Like, my natural soul feeling is just, it's good. It's good. Like, it's good to be in the physical. It's good to be the spiritual body that can fill up the physical body. It's awesome, right? So notice, like, what is your natural state when your physical and your spiritual just come together like this? Good. And then we're going to create a little bubble around each of us individually. I have the space bubbled, but I'd like us to individually sort of own your space for right now. So I want you to visualize underneath your feet, and you can't get this wrong. There's no mistakes. So just imagine under your feet that there is a mat, a golden mat. It's rooted right into the center of the earth. It has you steadily in place. And then visualize from the bottom of the mat, you can have it be 2 feet around you in circumference or 1 foot, whatever feels comfortable or cozy. Imagine that a little shield, a plastic or glass or light, whatever you want, shield can come up 360 degrees. So from the bottom of the mat, it's just slowly going to start rising up from your feet all the way up 360, all the way around your energy space, coming all the way up over your body, your shoulders, up over the top of your head. And then it's going to create a dome above your head where it's just going to seal shut, just gently. It's just going to seal shut, and it's going to hold your space. The rest of the call is just going to hold your space for you so that it's really easy and clear for you to feel what's mine and what's everybody else's. And at the end of the call, you can dissolve this, you can let it all down, you can make whatever changes you want. But for right now, we're just going to give you this little cocoon where you can sit and feel like, what's mine? What's happening inside of me? If the space feels tight, you can widen it. So use breath and just imagine you're like, right? You just expand this bubble around you a little wider. And you push it up above your head a little higher so you have some breathing room. And then just put it on autopilot. You don't have to pay attention to it or try to hold it up or try to hold it out. It's just going to hold its space. And then you can relax your physical body inside of this cocoon. Good. So notice your body right now. How does your body feel? My puppy just sighed right as I asked that. He's fast asleep next to me on the floor. Life is good. Yeah. Notice how your body feels. So your body may be talking to you already, right? Your knee may be twinging, or maybe your shoulder is suddenly giving you a stabbing pain, or maybe your nose just got like congested. So take care of your body. Pay attention to your body right now. Does it need some support? Do you need to go to that place and feel what is being held there? If so, let yourself do that. And then you can breathe into that tight space, right? If it's your knee, imagine physically you can just go, right? You can just breathe peace or forgiveness or love into that part of your body and just get the energy moving again. Send it down to your feet. Right, in a minute or two, we'll open up our connection to the earth and hand over stuck energy. But for now, feel the places in your body where energy might be stuck. If it's your throat chakra, you might be finding it's hard to swallow right now, or you're coughing a lot or yawning. You can do the same thing, cough it out, yawn it out, or you can send that energy lump all the way down through your body to your feet and have it sit there and wait for us to hand that over. All right, so go ahead and imagine your feet can become the magnets now. We're moving the magnet from the center of our body and sliding it down our legs all the way to our feet. And this time the magnet is going to pull down anything that feels heavy or stuck or blocked, or pieces that perhaps came in that maybe aren't ours or are matches to other people that we just don't want to hold anymore. No judgment, no evaluation if it's right or wrong, or if you did it well or not well. It doesn't matter. Just feel how the places that are denser than others or just don't feel good, you can just move those energies all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. So have the magnets pull from the top of your head all the way down, anything that is ready to move. Yeah, you might feel your feet filling up, right? Like when you get an oil change and all the dark oil that's bad, and I use the term bad loosely, right? Energy isn't bad, it's just energy we like or energy we don't like. But you can feel how that oil moves all the way down to your feet. And it accumulates. Scan your body one more time. Any other places where I feel a match or want the energy to shift somehow? Yeah, I'm actually going to give you a minute or two of silence here so you can really feel this. Whether we've noticed it or not, I believe we've accumulated a lot of collective energy in our individual spaces. So take a minute or two and just scan your body, top of the head, crown chakra, all the way down to your feet, and sense or trust where you're guided, and then breathe into it and send that energy that wants to move down to your feet. So I'll go ahead and call us back in a minute or two. Good work. I can feel you moving up. So there's a reason I have suggested that we hold it at the bottoms of our feet before we just release it over. Sometimes I think we don't realize how much we're taking for other people, or how much other people's emotions stir up matches in our own. And when you hold the toxic energy like we're doing right now at the bottoms of our feet, you can sense how much you're holding of that gunk, right? So for me, like even with the clearing I did this morning on my own, I can feel all the way up to underneath my knees. Like my legs just feel heavier, and there's a sense of sort of like when your bladder gets full and you know you need to go to the bathroom. It's kind of that feeling in my feet, like this really needs to move out, and I can sense it all the way up to right underneath my knees. That's a lot of toxic energy that I wasn't aware I still had, that I was holding. So I'm not judging myself for it. I'm just noticing, it would feel really good to let go of that. Doesn't serve me to hold it in my body, right? Just like urine in your bladder, it doesn't serve you to hold it. If you hold it too long, your bladder will get toxic. It'll get infected. The body, the physical, is meant to move energy through and out. It's not meant to hold it and create bitterness and anger and resentment and grip it tightly. It's meant to just flow energy through. The chakra systems flow energy through. So notice how much you've accumulated, perhaps without noticing also. Notice without noticing. Notice now how much you've accumulated over the last however long that perhaps you didn't realize you were bringing in. And it's just a reminder of why creating space to sit and feel all of this serves you so much, right? Because if you have awareness, you can make a choice and you can change how you feel. All right, so this will feel really good. This will feel like when you have to go to the bathroom so bad and you finally get there and it's like, right? My puppy's been doing this. You can just tell when he finally gets outside, he's like, oh, thank God. Open up the bottoms of your feet and just let it move out. Right, you can use breath. Your legs might shake a little if there's a lot that you're holding in your legs, so just notice energy moving, no big deal. You might want to visualize roots or a big column of light coming out of the bottoms of your feet if that helps you with a pathway for where the energy is going, the toxic energy is going. For me, I like to visualize the earth underneath me as like this receptacle, this arms widespread image of Mama Earth. It's like, yeah, of course I can handle your toxic energy, silly. Like, of course I can do that. And so there's just a releasing of that into the dirt, right? Just a handing over, a recycling. When we hand the earth stuck heavy energies, then she can absorb it and use the power of the earth, the power of dirt, the power of heat, the power of salt water, to purify and then change the energy, to transmute toxic energy into something that then serves this planet. But if we try to hold it in us, this co-creation, this partnership between humans and Earth, it's blocked. It's not working right. So go ahead and just hand that energy over and just run it, drain it out of your feet. Use your visualization or your sensing to know when you are complete with that. You don't want to hold it in you and let it get stuck. I did this a couple weeks ago, and I didn't release all the way, and I woke up in the morning, I had this Charlie horse in my left leg that, oh my God, like had me crying. It hurt so bad. So I'm not saying you'll create that, but I'm saying our body will talk to us when we hold on to something or keep the fear locked in one spot. So just allow your feet to run it out. Take your time with it. And you'll know when it's complete, because you'll have that same peaceful feeling, right? Like your body just settles. Sometimes it feels like I'm blissed out or I want to fall asleep, right? When I move a lot of energy and then it's just suddenly moved or released. It's almost like like my mind goes kind of blank because so much energy has been moved out that I forget what it was I was thinking about a moment ago. It's because all that thinking went out with the energy. So you might notice that, like, what did she just say? What were we just doing? Awesome. You're moving the energy out. Good. And then when it feels like you have all of that energy out, go ahead and pause the flow. So you don't want to drain your life force out. You don't want to let all of your powerful energy move. You're just releasing the toxic, stuck places. So when it feels like the junk is out, imagine you can just put some sort of filter at the bottoms of your feet. Like, okay, so now I'm holding my energy in me. And now what you can do is receive support from the earth. When you hand over the toxic energy, she can purify, cleanse it, and then she can send back to you the purified, clear life force energy. Right? This is exactly what happens with food and plants and water. Our body receives nourishment from the earth. So you can do it in an energy meditation setting also. So feel your feet again. You could pick them up, wiggle them around if you want. Feel your feet on the earth. Hook in with your roots. Feel your bubble around you. And then allow yourself to feel or sense as the planet breathes. There's a beautiful visual of that I posted on Facebook. I'll have to see if I can find it again. But it's a short movie clip that someone made of the earth breathing. And you can see like the planet breathing in and breathing out. It's absolutely stunning. But imagine as you're sitting here, your feet can feel the earth, and as she breathes out, she breathes up into your feet. And it's just a burst of, like, it's an energy surge, right? It's a shot. It's a shot of wheatgrass from the earth, or a shot of some beautiful elixir that only the earth could create. And then you get to choose if you want to allow that energy to come into your body. So as you feel your feet, you can allow your feet to breathe with the rhythm of the earth. And just let that energy come up your legs. All the way into your energy system, your chakras, into the root. And then just gently, like flowing like a wave, an ocean wave, or a beautiful wind moving through the trees where you can see the energy moving through. Visualize that coming all the way through your chakra systems, all the way up into your crown chakra. And then just flowing down and around you inside your bubble. All the way back down, and the energy you don't need or that's extra can go back into the earth. Yeah, and then do it again. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel the earth do a big in-breath. And on the out breath, she sends that energy up into your feet. And again, it just washes up your legs, all the way through your chakra system, and up through the top of your crown, and down and around inside your cocoon, back down to your feet. Yeah, when you're bored or tired or angry, you can just put yourself back in this place, right? You can just feel or sense like you have access to this support, this clear love, pure form of energy, anytime you want. But we forget, or we don't bring our awareness to it when our energy's out with everyone else or tracking what's happening in the collective field. So it takes this conscious choice to be here in your body now, to allow yourself that feeling, that support. But it's always available, always accessible. All right, and then you can close that filter at the bottoms of your feet if you want, or you can allow the earth to just keep pulsing that energy into you for the rest of the call, whatever feels good to you. All right, and then let's look at our connection to Source. So what it looks like to me in this moment is, here we are in this group of individuals where, I put a space around us, this love bubble around us. And then within that, there's an individual energy space that is just yours, a little cocoon or bubble. So if you visualize it, it's always golden to me. There's like a golden dome or sphere that holds all of us and all who will listen to this call in the future, right? Anyone who receives this vibration, like all of those energies are in the cocoon. And then there's each of you and me individually with like a golden cord that comes from the top of the dome down into your bubble. So you're hooked into and part of this collective cocoon, but you have your own, I guess it's almost like an umbilical cord, right, down to your space. What you can visualize is around the dome that is this Viben group, there is also an umbilical cord that goes straight to Source. And it can be as narrow or as wide as you're comfortable visualizing it. Right, I know how I hold it, and then you have your energetic match within that. So if you can visualize, Source has the golden dome. I've never seen it like that before. That's cool. Like the golden dome of the universe is Source energy, right? And we're just this one little bubble of energy within that huge, huge field of all that's ever been, all that will ever be. And yet, I feel Source's attention on our group, on our work that we're doing here in this moment. In religion they use words like omnipresent or omniscient or, all-knowing. And I always thought that was crazy. Like, really? How can one God really be tracking every single person on every single planet that ever was and ever will be? And yet, energetically, absolutely, I believe that. Absolutely. The Source that created us, that we go back into after death, is a unified field. It's a love vibration. So go ahead and allow yourself to sense within the domes, right, the larger dome that is the universal love, and then our field, and then your field, how much energy you are open to receiving or flowing back and forth. Right, it's pretty direct. It's like one cord from Source to the top of this Viben field, down, to you, right? You're hooked right in. So we'll take a minute, actually we'll take 2 minutes, and allow yourself to feel at a very individual, personal level, at an intimate level, what is your connection or message or feeling or vibration directly with Source in this moment? What would Source energy say to you? What would your soul say back? What is happening inside of you that needs love or support directly from Source? So go ahead and just let that energy flow back and forth, just like the energy from Earth to you flowed back and forth. Go ahead and feel your connection, and then just trust whatever shows up for you. I'll bring us back in 2 minutes. Okay. So go ahead and bring all of your attention back into your body. Connect back in with your breath. Feel your feet on the floor. Sometimes when we allow ourselves to know and trust how direct our connection to Source is, it can blow our minds a little, right? It can soothe our hearts. It can do so much. We just have to allow space for that. So if you checked out, hello, come back. We were just talking to God, that's all. Talking to Source, feeling our connection to all. Yeah, it can be a lot to take in. If you received some, direct guidance, like this is what you should do today, or this is what you should do next week, or, call that person and have a conversation. Trust the guidance that comes through when you are fully present in the space like this. Trust what is showing up for you. And the more you act on what you receive, the more you trust and act, the more guidance you will receive after that. It really is a game of trusting and expanding, trusting some more, expanding some more. Good. All right, so there are so many other things we could cover. I think what I would say in this moment is if you're still feeling a lot of emotion in your body, or heaviness or density, or you sense that there are things inside of you that need some more attention, more than just the next 10 minutes we have together, you you could benefit from the Purifying breath meditation. I've used that several times in the last couple of months, and it's just a way to clear energy out using your breath, clear emotions out. And in the meditation, I go through those emotions one by one, so you can really pause and feel each emotion and then just move it, give it space to move. So if you're feeling that density right now, perhaps make some time in the next few days and listen to that meditation. Use it as a resource to clear your breath, to purify the inside of your body. And you can find that on YouTube. What I would suggest we do for now is go to the throat chakra. Go to the throat chakra. Because I feel the for so many of us. You know, there's been such a stirring up, whatever our own opinions are, such a stirring up in the energy around us of everyone using their voices, and some are filtering before they use it and some are not, and that causes emotions and judgment, and there's just a lot going on through the throat. So I'd like us to bring our attention to our own throat chakra, and we'll just spend a few minutes seeing what is there and then clearing, if we need to, specific energies. So your throat chakra goes from your collarbone all the way up until right under your eye socket. It includes your nose, your mouth, your neck, your throat, your ears, all the inner canals that go from your ears to your nose to your throat. That whole system, it's one physical, like pipes, tubes, right, of energy moving, but it's also this energetic space of how we express ourselves in the world, how we intake information through our ears, how we figure it out, and then how we express it back out through our throat. I don't believe it is any coincidence that there has been this cold virus that has been moving through, at least here in the Midwest, for the last couple of months, and several of my family members have had it, and friends, and it's a deep cough all the way down from the second, third chakra, right, all the way down from those lower organs, this cough that is rattling the cages of the physical body, and it lasts for weeks. My mom has had it about 6 weeks. My aunt had it 8 weeks. The doctors that take care of them had it for 10 weeks. You know, there's this long, drawn-out virus that is moving energy from the belly, from low down in the root and the second and the third chakras, bringing it up and out through the throat. It's a clearing out of old gunk. And what we do as a general statement is evaluate or judge the body, right? Like, why are you still sick? Why are you still holding on to this cold? Why can't you get better? You know, we try to take care of the body, but inside we're angry at it because it's not doing what we want it to do. I believe if we just surrender to what the body is trying to move energetically, take care of the body, cuddle it, hold it, love it, you know, this self-love first. It's so true. Like, take care of the physical body as it is allowing space for the energy to move out. So that doesn't mean you have to get a cold in order to move the energy. But when you notice that you're starting to cough, or you're starting to feel tired, or your body's saying rest, or your throat wants to yell and scream from frustration, or you want to cry for hours, instead of fighting the body, give it space to move what wants to move. Call in sick to work. Cancel your plans. Sit on your couch. Put on a sad movie that will give you a reason so you can allow your body time to cry, right? Go outside and kick a tree and yell if you need to move anger, right? Allow your body this space. So in this coughing, to me, it feels like, you know, there are old stories or old ways we have known ourselves to be, and we've held those really tightly in our lower chakras. We've blocked our receiving. We've limited who we think we are in our third chakra, who I am in this world. We've limited that and kept it tight and squished and small. And now with everything that's being activated globally, with more light coming into the planet, with more people speaking up, with more change happening at an ever-expanding rate, all these spaces in our bodies need more room. We're stretching. And as we stretch, it rattles the cages. So if you can visualize it that way, then you can just allow your body to express out through your throat. So you may need to sit with a really close friend and just vent, just bleh, right? Like throw up all over them and ask them to put their bubble around themselves first so that you just have a space where you can let this come out. Maybe you need to do physical exercise or take a yoga class or go to a boxing ring for a day or do something, right? And I know in some of those classes, the throat, the voice is part of the class. So in our yoga class, we chant, right? And the chant allows energy to move out and be targeted and focused as it comes out. We're moving energy, but as it is verbalized, it's doing it through sacred words. So the energy is moving, but it's so precise in what comes out. To me, that's transmuting energy, taking what feels heavy or toxic and transmuting it into light, into something that is empowering. So my encouragement to you is, sit with your throat chakra, feel. You can do it in this moment right now. Like just feel, do you have a lump there? Is it burning and hot? Is it frozen and muffled? Is it easily just moving? Energy coming through, going out. Go to your ears. I noticed this morning in my meditation, my ears kept popping, like energy bubbling up and then popping. There are things I haven't wanted to hear, right? And so as energy starts moving through my throat chakra, my ears pop. Notice how yours are, are you blocking hearing? Are you energetically putting your hands over your ears so that none of the anger can come in? Well, when you do that, you also block the love from coming in. Any block blocks good and bad or all emotion. So could you give yourself space this week to take your hands down from your ears and maybe you put a filter over your ears like, okay, I don't really want to absorb everyone else's anger or frustration, but I would like facts to come in, or I would like guidance on how I get involved to come in, or, I just want to allow love to come in. It's your body. You allow in and out whatever feels good to you. But be conscious of it. Your nose, your mouth, right? Like in this time of intense collective energy, nourish yourself, feed yourself good foods, drink water that is pure, that you hold the vibration of love as you drink in the water. Give yourself teas, soups. Smell beautiful smells if you use oils, right? Like go towards the smells that are pulling you. Maybe it's lavender so you can rest well tonight. Maybe it's orange for happiness. Maybe it's citrus for grounding. Whatever it is. Maybe it's vanilla for love. Let yourself smell, feel, sense. There's so much that comes in and goes out through this throat chakra. So go easy on yourself. Go easy. And in this moment, you might actually feel some sort of next step for your throat chakra. Maybe you need to talk. Maybe you need to be silent and listen. Maybe you just want to go take a nap and check out. It's all good. There's no judgment. But trust what your throat chakra is guiding you towards. And then allow yourself space for that today, tomorrow, this week. Okay, so bring your hand back to your heart if that feels good. Or you can put your hands in at prayer position on your heart chakra or on your third eye chakra. And then feel the cocoon that you created just for you. If you want, you can keep that up for the rest of the day or for the next little while, or you can dissolve it and just allow yourself to come back into resonance with everyone around you. But notice you're doing it from this filled up place, this calm, centered space where you're tuning into yourself first and letting your soul guide you first. Yeah, so bring your attention back to your breath. Feel how settled you are. This vibration is available for you all day. It is your soul holding space for you all day, all week, all of your life. You just need to remember to come back. All right, my loves. I am sending you off into a beautiful Sunday. Enjoy this life that you are creating. Enjoy it. It is meant to be pleasurable. So much love. Mwah.